going on? Gunners Live coming at you with another Clash Royale video here on my channel. I'm going to be showing you two battles right here, right now. This first battle is for my highest trophy count I've ever achieved at 2,458, and then in the second battle I'm going to be showing you two new cards that I just recently unlocked. So hopping into this first battle, my opponent dropped a giant in the back of the base. It's going to be a slow push for them down the left lane, so I do a fast push down the right lane with a Valkyrie push by a Hog Rider, and then my Ice Spirit to back both of them up. My opponent's right tower is going to get down to 73 hit points very early on here in the match, and then I have a Wizard playing some defense with my tower on the left hand side. My opponent does have a strong push, however, with that giant, the fire spirits that are spawning repetitively over and over and over, and then that level 7 musketeer. So my left tower is going to fall early on in this game. At this point I'm going to push the left hand tower just so that I don't activate the king tower. I know I can use my miner to take out that right tower anytime later on in the battle. So this Wizard and Hog Rider took my opponent's left tower all the way down to 473 hit points. Have two strong pushes at this point here in the battle, so I have a sizable lead. Now my opponent's going to have a strong push here. They have a level 2 Ice Wizard and level 7 Hog Rider. Both of those troops I have in my deck, however, they're both a level below what my opponents have in their deck. So these fire spirits are just going to keep pushing on the left hand lane. You see I have the Valkyrie down. She's going to get hit by both of those fire spirits and then probably tagged out by the tower. She's doing a little bit of damage to that giant, but not a whole lot. I used that miner just to take off a few hit points from my opponent's left tower, trying to get it down to as much health or as few health as possible, just so if I do have to push the Hog Rider, it can take it out with one swing of the hammer. Right here looks like my opponent has a strong push coming down this left hand lane. I want to drop these minions, but I gotta wait for the fire spirits to go ahead and push past, that way they don't take out my minions once I do drop them. At this point I have both my opponent's towers weak, however they've already taken out one of mine, and then they have my king tower down to 634 health points. So I'm gonna use the Hog Rider to swing the hammer, take out the left tower, and then a miner to take out the right tower. So with 41 seconds left in the battle, I do have the tower advantage. However, my opponent pushes strong to the base. I drop my Wizard along with my Ice Wizard and minions in order to take out that giant and the push that my opponent had going towards my tower. Fortunately, I was able to stop it, and now I have a decent push going towards my opponent's tower with a few minions that are getting shot by an Ice Wizard, and then I do have my miner and Hog Rider whacking away at that tower with the help of a rage spell. I'm going to need to stop my opponent's push towards my tower one more time here in just a moment, or at least slow it down in order to help me get the victory. So I have my tower shooting at Hog Rider's level 7. I send my Hog Rider to my opponent's tower, and with one whack of the hammer I'm able to take it out. So I guess I didn't really need to stop that push with the Hog Rider that my opponent had. I just sent my Hog Rider to attack their tower, and fortunately I was able to get the 3 crown to 1 victory, and my king tower was weak for the longest time, but I was able to outlast my opponent and win that first battle. So that was the highest trophy count. I ended up unlocking 2 cards. I have the Ice Golem, and then these 3 skeletons with the shield. The name of them is slipping my mind. Maybe I'll remember it later on here in the video. But when I put both of these in my deck, I did start dropping trophies. They aren't very strong. I just wanted to show you a battle where I did decent with them here in order to give you some perspective on how they can be used here within Clash Royale. So I unlocked them, and like I said, my trophy count was falling. The Ice Golem, it's a pretty slow troop. When it does get taken out, it sort of sends out like a little burst effect and will weaken troops around it. I'm not sure if you saw when it pushed the right lane at the start of the battle and my opponent had the skeletons down. Whenever the Ice Golem did get taken out, it sent out like a little pulse and did weaken some of those skeletons, but it wasn't a whole lot because those skeletons didn't even die, and they're some of the weakest troops here within the game. And then the little skeleton squad, they have some shields, so they're kind of like the Dark Prince where they have the shield. You gotta take out the shield, and then afterwards you can take out the skeleton. Both troops new here within my deck. Not going to be using them a whole lot, at least not for now. Maybe once they get to be higher level within my deck, I will use them some more. But as you can see, I'm doing just a pretty standard push down the right lane right now with the Valkyrie, Hog Rider, and Wizard. I do this push all the time. Pays off a lot of the time. I do go ahead and drop down those 3 skeletons with shields there. They're able to take out my opponent's skeletons, and right now they're doing a little bit of damage to that right tower. As you see, I'm able to take it out. My opponent says well played, and it was a pretty good push there. The skeletons with the shields were able to tank for the wizard, because the wizard's obviously a really strong troop and able to blast that tower to smithereens. So right now I'm winning 1 tower to 0. So I go ahead, drop down this ice golem. You can see that it does get taken out very, very quickly, but there's a little bit of splash damage once it was taken out. You saw right there, it hit the musketeer. Now I'm going to go ahead and push with a Valkyrie and an ice wizard. Go ahead and drop the hog rider down as well, and then I drop down my skeletons with shields to counter my opponent's skeleton army, because that paid off earlier and then it paid off right there once again. So at this point I'm just making a push towards my opponent's king tower. You can see I've already taken it down to below half health. My opponent has a decent push here. I have 4 troops pushing my tower. I'm going to drop down this wizard just because it will do some splash damage to the miner, and then the mega minion along with the musketeer. You can see on the left hand lane I do drop these skeletons with shields down in order to take out my opponent's skeleton army. That's probably the best use of the skeletons with shields that I've used thus far. Just take out my opponent's skeleton army and then basically protect that left tower. But they did end up sending the miner in order to take it out. Right now I have a strong push going down the right lane. You can see I had a bunch of troops there at the tower. Hog Rider, Valkyrie, Ice Golem, and then those skeletons with shield were coming in to back them up. So 2 victories here in this video. I'm going to be showing you both the troops on the screen right now. You have the Ice Golem now, and then we'll see what the name of those skeletons with shield is called here in just a moment when they do come up on the screen. Both these cards are decent. Maybe once they get to a higher level I will add them to my deck, but for now I'm just going to stick with my pretty standard deck and try to climb higher as far as my trophy count goes. That's going to do it for this video. These are called guards. That's what these are called. They're called guards. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. New videos every single day here on my channel. I'm Gunners Live, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in live stream later tonight for another video.
Don't tell me that this isn't real. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. This is all I have, all I have. All I ever wanted was somebody to get this. All I ever wanted was somebody to play this. Yeah, take my song, put it on they play, and get goosebumps every time they play it. Wait, this my